How's it going, guys? It's Fresh. So I'm going to try to make this a relatively short and quick video. Also, I'm sorry if I do not sound enthusiastic in this video. Low-key, I'm kind of tired and just some things going on. But regardless of that, we're just going to be jumping right into it. Anime Ryzen has taken an unexpected turn. I never really thought the game would be in this position, but here we are, and I don't know if it's for the worse or for the better, but we will find out in the upcoming weeks, and hopefully it is for the better. But if you're all new, subscribe, and let's jump right into the news. Alright, so what you're seeing right now is the Discord on Anime Ryzen, and Otrainmark about 30 minutes ago sends an announcement, and I'm going to read chunk by chunk, just so we can go over it. Update on the future of Anime Ryzen. Thank you for your support during launch week. While the launch didn't meet expectations, your feedback has been direct and appreciated, and we're basing the upcoming changes around it. Here's what we heard from you. Resources are too limited, especially diamonds and class quirk rerolls. That's a fact. There's no satisfying way to AFK a rise or earn rare souls. Many of you miss the excitement orb opening used to bring. That's a fact. Characters don't feel unique or special since all units can reach mythical, and there's little gameplay variance. That is a fact. And finally, there's not enough endgame content, no meaningful challenges or goals to work towards. And I agree. And he says we agree. And before we move on to what they want to address, I think we should be talking about these issues. My personal opinion, I do agree resources are too limited, and I think they need to do something about that. I'm hoping there's ways to make the game feel more rewarding. I don't think an orb system will accomplish that, because let's be real here. In my humble opinion, and please, if you do not agree with me, comment down below, because I genuinely want to know the other side and what you guys think. I believe an orb system is worse than an arise system, and I know it's a controversial hot take, but hear me out. I say this is because in a rise system, you can control what you grind for. If you want a Tanjiro, you grind the Tanjiros. If you want a Whitebeard, you grind the... Well, never mind, not Whitebeard, because he's not a unit on the map. If you want Luffy, you grind for Luffy. In an orb, you can't really choose who you want to go for, and instead you just get a bunch of random stuff. And while it's cool that you can get... It's like a bunch of things in the basket, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, like an Easter basket. You know, there's plenty of units you can get all at once with an orb. While that is true, I still don't see why it makes a difference, because you can direct your attention more closely on a certain unit. If you wanted to make your Tanjiro mythical 5, you could grind Tanjiro all night. It'll be easier, because if you did an orb, a Tanjiro would take a while. It depends on the game systems, of course, but with this game and the essence or the souls, it makes more sense with the Arise system. I just don't see why orbs would make the game automatically good. I'm sorry, I just don't agree. Anyway, I'm sorry for the yap, and let's move on. More rare resources, more diamonds and altar summons. I 100% agree. Increase reward and shop quantities for class quirk rolls, rare items. I 100% agree. Introducing the Soul Shrine, a personal Arise zone to farm rare souls and essence. Boost your shrine luck and encounter rare, shiny, and classified summons. This is sick. A complete summon rework. Base stats and power scale and rebalance to make units feel more distinct. Class quirks reworked to improve strategic gameplay across modes, and unique classified quirks added to create powerful rare units work per zone. By the way, I believe this is a roadmap. This is not all going to happen in one update. It's going to take some time. Anyway, let's move on. New content modes and challenges. Hunter assessments. Rank up by completing challenges to boost spawn, arise, and shiny luck. Dungeon breaks. Defend key areas from waves of enemies. Map events. Temporary world-based bonus events. Dungeon bosses, new C-rank dungeons, and higher difficulties. Step into combat with your own tools and skills. Completions and achievements complete for... competitions compete for rare resources and resource rewards. Also, he did just show some sneaks, so we might as well show them. This literally just happened. It looks like we're gonna get a Naruto world. This looks sick. The map looks great, and then this looks like the personal Arise zone that they were talking about, and it looks like you can kind of like pick who you want on a statue, but I don't know. But that's for, I'm assuming, the upcoming update. Other changes were implemented. quirk auto reroll and traditional game patches, purchasable with diamonds, more things to farm, artifacts, runes, accessories. Please don't add runes, I beg of you. And multiple quirk sets per summon to allow for build flexibility. We know the game launched without that for challenge and it needed, but I've seen a lot of hate directed towards the testers, and they are not to blame. They had very little time to test. I see the game wasn't ready to release, and I apologize for dropping the ball. In recognition of this, I'm moving the game back into beta, and you'll retain all your data, and it should feel mostly the same moving forward. But this will let us push for more frequent midweek updates and iterate faster on the balance changes. For a newly formed balance team, focus on a long-term stability and fun. We're focused, we're listening, and we're committed to making something you can enjoy and be proud of. The game is not in the best state, but I think this is for the better. For now, Anime Rising is going to be in a state I guess the game is going to be in a state of just constant changes. And that's a good thing and it's a bad thing. The game going in beta is for the better. Will that change anything? Who knows? With that said, I wanted to enlighten you guys with the recent news. The Discord will be in the description down below if you're not in it. But yeah, it looks great. And yeah, we'll see what Anime Rising is like in the next month. And maybe I'll make an update video for now. But I will be streaming, well, hopefully I'll be streaming the next update. We'll see when they drop it. And yeah, I will see you guys later.